Hi friends, now I am going to talk about group work. This is the topic that we missed out during the regular classes. So you got to pay more attention to this now. What is a group? Can you come out with a definition? Yes. Group is a collection of more than one individuals, and they are connected. Just not a collection, but they are connected in a social relationship. So a group is more a collection of more than one individual, somehow connected through a social contract. So a group is always an important phenomenon in social life. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And an individual is supposed to live in a group and work in a group. At least in your family, you will have to work and live in a group. So group work is an important topic as far as human beings are concerned. You need to know how to work in a group and how to work for achieving the goals of the group in which you are a member. So working in a group is often presented as a good way of living actually, and it helps you to achieve goals of your own personal goals as well as the goals of the group. Now let us see what is a group. I already said that a group is collection of more than one individual, and what are the types of groups that we have. We predominantly talk about two types of groups. One is primary and second is secondary. What is a primary group? Primary group is a group like a family where you have intimate relationship, face-to-face relationship, and you have all that kind of close feelings for one another in a primary group. Whereas in secondary group, it's like a business-like group where you would find that the relationships are more like in a business firm, and it depends on the kind of work that you do rather than the kind of life you have. In primary group, it is the kind of life that is the basic fiber of the nature of that group, whereas in secondary group, it is the basic nature of work which forms the fiber of that particular group. Both these groups are important in social life, because you have to be a member often in a member of a primary group like member of a family, and you will also have to be a member of a secondary group like a member of a working group. So in a group, the most important things in a group is that you find individuals with several qualities in a group. So in order to achieve the goals of the group, what you've got to do is you've got to identify the talent of each individual, and you have to choose those talents in order to bring the best out of them and to achieve the goal, the common goal of the group. That's very important. Group work is defined as a cohesive work of a collection of individuals to achieve a common goal set in advance. A common goal set in advance. That is what is group work is all about. Let us go and see the other elements of group work. Kinds of groups where educational group work is done. Usually there are several kinds of groups where there is educational group work is done. One is home. You have a home and you go and you do your homework, you do most of your studies at home. So home is an important group in which you do the educational group work. There is absolutely no doubt about it. Educational institution is a group where you would go and share your knowledge and your experience with others, and you help them to learn and share your experience as well as share others' experience. So educational institution is another group where you have the educational group work. Workshops. You go to several workshops sometimes. Especially if you are studying in a college or in a high secondary school, you would find several workshops being organized in these institutions where you would go and participate, and you would share the knowledge, and you would also acquire knowledge from the individuals who organize those workshops. Clubs are groups where you would go. They are probably especially formed for a particular field of activity. For example, natural club. It is particularly formed for the students to involve in natural activities like trekking, probably camping, or probably to know more about flora and fauna and all that. So there is a particular purpose for that club, or if it is a sports club for that matter, cricket club, college cricket club for that matter. You come to practice in college cricket club in order to improve your cricket performance and to represent the college and to play for the college in the intercollegiate tournaments. So clubs provide you chance or opportunities to share your experience as well as to know and accept others' experience and to improve yourself as an individual and to contribute to the goals of that particular group. Probably you are a very good bowler in a cricket team, then the captain and coach want to make use of your bowling abilities actually to achieve the goals set in advance for that particular group. Then associations. There are several associations in a particular institution or a college, and you would find that these associations give you an opportunity to work together. For example, Association of Fine Arts, and if you have a talent or a aptitude for doing artistic work in some or the other form, you get an opportunity to work in a group in those associations. Then hostel is another group where you would do a lot of educational group work. You study together with your friends, you share your notes with your friends, you get notes from others, you also get knowledge discussing different topics that you have to study during the course. You do all that kind of work when you are in a hostel, living in a hostel. It is not only that you study in a hostel, you live together in a hostel where you would be sharing a lot of feelings and intimate closeness and everything. And hostel provides a perfect platform for group learning actually. Then special institutions. There are special institutions who provide group work. Special institutions are those institutions which provide you special chance to involve in group work and other activities. Right. Now, the next topic that we are going to talk about is objectives of group work in education. To produce better results, group work aims at producing better results, making use of resourcefulness of different people. You know that if you are playing football in a group, there are individuals with different abilities. There are people who can shoot goal powerfully into the post, and there are people who can jump high and hit the ball. There are people who can scheme the moves for the team. All these things need to blend together in order to produce a football team. So making use of resourcefulness is an important aspect of objective of group work, to develop sense of cooperation and for better organization and division of work, for finding solutions to the problem, to make use of the benefits of interactive learning, to understand different perspectives of a given situation. It is sometimes what happens when you have a problem in front of you, you find it difficult to solve that problem because you are looking at the problem only from your perspective. But when you discuss the problem with somebody else, they would look at it in a different perspective and would give you a possible solution. So that is a distinct advantage of group work. There is absolutely no doubt about it. To understand others better, to make better decisions, because you know that when you make a decision, you probably are likely to make a fault because your experience probably is less in that particular field. And when you discuss the matter with others, probably they would look at it and they would provide you probably a better solution to that problem. So to develop a culture of participatory planning and administration, which is most fundamental fiber of democratic administration and essential for a country like India. What is group cohesion now? The other aspect that we are going to talk about is group cohesion. Group cohesion, generally, if you say that in usual language, we say unity of a group. But we are not usual people. We are all supposed to be teachers in the future. So we need to use technical terms in order to explain a particular phenomenon. What is cohesion? Cohesion is the ability of a group to resist the disruptive forces from outside and inside the group. So resisting disruptive forces, the forces that can dismantle your group, and the ability of the group to resist these forces which can disrupt the particular group is known as cohesion. In short, cohesion represents just the unity, the togetherness of the group. Now, the next topic that I'm going to talk about is leadership in group work. Leadership is an important aspect of group work because without leader, probably it becomes really very difficult to take things forward. And in this period of pandemic, we find different types of leaderships around the world who try to make the best use of their qualities to find solutions to the high intensity problems of the people who suffer from it, right? And it is the ability to lead a particular group. Generally saying, leadership is the ability to lead a particular group to achieve the goal of that particular group, right? One becomes a leader only when there is a group to follow. There is absolutely no doubt about it. when there are goals and where are goals set, and it becomes the duty of the leader to motivate the entire group who strive to achieve those goals and to take the group to achieve those goals. That is the essence of leadership. Now, what are major leadership qualities that we usually find in group works? There should be clarity of thought and ideas. There is absolutely no doubt. There should be real good clarity about thought and ideas, the clarity about goals, the objectives to take you to the goal. And that is very important as far as a leader is concerned. Matching aptitude and ideas should match the aptitude of the individual. Ability to initiate an idea, probably you have an idea, and the ability to initiate that idea, to put that idea into work, is an important quality of leadership. Then emotional intelligence, another quality a leader requires is emotional intelligence. Then communication skills, how to interact with people, that's another important aspect of leadership. Then communications, I already talked about communication skills, managing risk and fear, how to manage risk and fear. People will have some fear, and you got to manage that. You got to motivate them, and you got to make reasonable clarifications about risks involved and the possible solutions or safety mechanisms to overcome those risks. Strength to make decisions. There should be strength, inner strength to make decisions and to implement those decisions to bring in change in the existing situations. Motivational and coaching skills. Another quality that is required for the leader is motivational and coaching skills. Motivational and coaching skills. You should have the ability to motivate the followers and the ability to coach them with essential skills to take the group forward in order to achieve the goals set forth. Right. Team management skills, including facilitation. You need to have team management skills. You need to know, when you talk about team management, you need to know what individual possesses what qualities and how you can integrate those qualities into the program in order to achieve the goals set forth by the organization. Matching leadership styles with team styles. You need matching leadership styles that will go along with the styles of the leadership, styles of the group, style of the group. The group has a style, and if the leader has a different style, they might not match together. So the leadership styles need to match together with the styles of the group members. Then things would be easy, and you would be able to motivate group members better. You would be able to convince group members better. You would be able to take the concepts forward. You would be able to take the work forward in order to achieve the goals set forth by the group. And the next quality a leader requires is the ability to enable team processes. There has to be a team processes. There is a team dynamic process or team dynamics happening in the team all the time. Whether it is a sports team or a team that is involved in some kind of a project or something, there is a team process involved in it. You need to take that team process forward, motivating them, setting them objectives, leading those objectives into the ultimate goal. So when you are a leader, you are supposed to take the team processes forward. And these are the major leadership qualities that a leader should possess. Thank you.